Stephanie Zima here, Walk It Free, where we heal, connect, and level up. And today I want to talk to you about something that is really near and dear to my heart, what ignoring your body is really costing you. And this is not a health talk here. This is a talk for entrepreneurs. This is a talk for everyone who's building an online business and who is wanting to get results, but somehow struggle to get results, right? If that is you, if you've been setting goals, if you've been wanting to achieve those goals, but for some reason you just are not making yourself go, you are struggling with the imposter, you're struggling with doubt, you're struggling with fears, and you don't seem to be able to take the action that you want to, you need to hear and tune into my content because I am presenting you with a different angle, right? A different angle than everyone else is talking about. The angle that I have is that most women don't fail in business because of strategy. They fail because their body can't keep up with what they're asking it to do. Okay? How is that happening? The cost of ignoring your body's signals, stress, tension, and fatigue are basically just a communication skill. Like your body is trying to communicate something to you. And when you are ignoring that, you are not, like, your nervous system, your inside compass is going to start doing the work. Okay, it's starting to work, to do the work. It's not going to let you add on. If your mental, and bear with me for a minute, when your mental load, when your entire life, when you're like, you are probably having a full-time job, you're probably raising children, you're probably having to deal with all of the household chores and their life's activities, they're probably in sports somehow or in other extracurricular activities, they have stuff, right? Or they have stuff going on. So you are building the side hustle and you have other things, other responsibilities that are much more important to your daily days than your side hustle. But you are doing the side hustle because of whatever other reasons, right? Maybe you need to have extra income. Maybe you need to pay off debt. Maybe you're struggling to find your identity. Whatever it is for you, you have that going on. But see, here's the thing. You are one person. You're one person, and this side here is what has all the responsibility, and then you are trying to add on this other side that now requires you to also pay attention to it. Which one is going to keep priority? It's going to be the side that has the most stuff on it, right? Yet that small part of your side hustle is super, super important also, because we kind of know that if we don't deal with the debt that we have, if we don't deal with the reason why we started the side hustle, if we don't make that a priority also, we are probably going to pay the price sometime later, right? So here's the goal for us. The goal is to make that little side hustle doable and fit into all this other stuff that we've got going on in our day-to-day life. So when your body, and this is, bear with me, when your body has stress and tension and you're super tired because this side of your business or this side of your life is taking so much, okay, you will have no more room to create the side hustle spots. So pushing through just trains your body to be in survival mode. Your nervous system is going to continue to make you only focus on the big stuff that is in your life and keeps you in procrastination mode with your side hustle. It keeps you in doubt with your side hustle. It keeps you in fear with your side hustle because, see, your system knows you have one body and you can't burn the candle on both ends. You just cannot. So it's going to snuff out that side that seems expendable, and it's going to just allow you to feed the main organs of your life, right, so to speak. That is why you put your side hustle on the side burner. This is why it's the last thing that you think about during the day. And then eventually you're going to have those excuses of saying, yeah, I don't really want it, or it's really not for me, or I'm not a salesperson or anything like that. However, you really do want it because that's why you started. You really do need it because that is why you started. You just make it expansible because you somehow think there's no other option. But I'm here to tell you that there's another option. There is another option, and that is moving these puzzle pieces around in your life to make them all fit. So, in order to do that, we have to first be aware, where is our pain? Where is the pain the biggest? Where is it? Where is our drain basically letting out a slow drip? Where's our energy leaving? What is the main thing? And it may not be your business, right? Because often, if you are the 80% that I'm talking to, the business is not your main focus. Yet you really kind of want it to be your biggest focus, right? But it's not, because your life is taking over other stuff. So, where is it? Kids, household, full-time job? What takes most of your energy? How is this showing up for you? Is it showing up that you don't have clarity in the decisions that you're making? Is it showing up in avoiding and, not being visible with your business? Like where is it showing up, that drain? Where's your energy going away to? Drop it in the comments right now. Let me know. Talk to me. Start talking to me. Where's it draining you? What is the biggest problem? Why are you not able to make this work? Because you do, see, here's the thing. You do know what you need to do. You know you need to post every single day. You know you need to show yourself up. You need to be visible. You know you need to make things happen for you. Like you have to sell. Okay, I'm gonna have to move myself over here again so I can see myself. You have to have lead generation. You have to attract clients to you. You have to have conversation. You need to talk and sort the people through, right? You need to have a brand of some sort to have your attraction marketing and your action marketing. You know in general what you're supposed to be doing, right? You do. But then your life's taking over. Why? What is taking over? What part of your life is taking over, and where are you getting exhausted? Are you getting exhausted because you're doing too much with your other life, that you might need to learn how to delegate some things? Maybe you need to learn how to stand and have better boundaries. Maybe you need to learn um, how to fuel yourself by maybe doing something for just you. Where are you lacking the boundaries? Where are you lacking the fueling yourself back so that you can take care of that side hustle that you want to take care of? See, it's so easy to ignore the desires and sacrifice. Women do that naturally, right? We sacrifice ourselves, but that's not the way to do it. Okay? I just finished a conversation with my kid telling her that sometimes it's harder to train the people to do the things you need them to do and to stand with your boundaries. It's harder to do that than you actually doing it yourself. It seems easier to go ahead and do this task that you know will provide you the outcome that you want by yourself than holding other people accountable and asking them to do their part. But the payoff, see, it's an easy, quick fix if you do it the first way around, right? You doing everything yourself. That's the easy, quick fix. But the thing is, you burn yourself out. Your body will show you one day that you cannot do it anymore. And that's the moment I'm trying to avoid for you guys. That's the moment I'm trying to tell you, please stop right now. If you are having an online business and you're wanting to work it, but your other life is taking precedence over it, you don't ever have time to actually work on honing the skills that will create income for you, that will give you less pain in the future, right? If you are struggling with this balance here, You've got to stop and learn how to rebalance, how to realign. The price of regret is too big to pay. Hear me, please. That price of regret is too big to pay. You've got to learn early on that you're not and shouldn't be a doormat to anybody. You've got to learn early on to recognize and honor your body's strength, your personal needs. You got to fuel into yourself, and you got to ask other people to do their part. Everyone in your circle, everyone in your family, everyone that comes in contact with you has a purpose of some sort, and you do too. Okay? And you cannot fuel others when you have a drained out, dried out, crusted to the brim cup. If there's nothing to give anymore, you have nothing else to give. And unless you choose to be a doormat, unless you choose to be somebody that just gets cast away, it hurts. I tell you, if you get cast away because you did and did and did and did, and somebody just throws you to the wolves, it hurts. It happened to me. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to you. Okay? But you'd be surprised. I happen to be somebody that gets cast to the wolves over and over and over, and I just come returning leading the pack. I will lead the pack. That's how I am. That's who I am. That's the identity that I've adopted to myself. I am somebody, and I've always been somebody that burns to the ashes and I rise like a phoenix every single time. And I'm going to do that, and I want you to do the same. I want to take you with me, because you know what? Too many women are being cut out and thrown to the wolves by whatever life circumstances they've had going on, and then they basically ignore everybody else, while they like suffer in silence, right? No way, no way, Jose. I don't want that to happen to you. So here's what I want you to do. Look, identify what is going on for you. What do you all have sitting here? This is your big piece. Is it kids? Is it house? Is it marriage? Is it job? It's like, what is in that big piece? And then here's your online business. The answers to your financial freedom, right? The answers to you paying off debt. The answers to you being able to have life insurance for your kids. The answer for you to have a college fund for them. The answer for you to go out and buy yourself new pots and pans if you need them. Go and do the things that you want to do with it. Go on a vacation, live your life, enjoy it, right? This is your answer right here, your online business. Don't let it like dwindle to nothing, because this is requiring all of your attention. See, in this portion here, in your other life, there's other people in your life, and everybody else should be pitching in. If they don't pitch in, there is something wrong. It can't be just you. Okay? It can't be just you. It's not good to just be you. Because here's the thing, everyone needs to exchange something. Elena Cardone, I heard that from her, and it's like exactly how I do it with my family, and I heard it from her as well. It's Elena Cardone said every kid needs to exchange. Babies are exchanging with a smile. Everybody needs to exchange something, right? That is how you run a family. That is how you become the leader of the pack. Everyone has to exchange. Even in your business, in your team, people have to exchange. You can be the leader, you can show up, but they also need to exchange back. They also need to come back and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to show up with my energy, and you're going to show up as leader with your energy. But if people are only draining you, they're not the people. So you've got to set the rules. You got to set the standard. You got to say, hey, if I'm showing up for you, I need you to post in here every single day. If I'm showing up for you, I need you to do your part, please, because it's an exchange. It has to be reciprocated. Okay, every single thing has to be reciprocated. And it's not that I'm saying you have to be conditional. It's not conditional. Obviously, when you're in a family, you're not conditionally loving anybody. It's unconditional love, right? You love your kids unconditionally. You love them no matter what. But a family unit only works when not only the mother does everything. Okay? The family unit really works when everyone has a part, when everybody feels like they can contribute, when they feel like they are loving, and that is how you need to do it. Okay? You cannot be the doormat, and your body is showing you the signs. If you are stressed, if you are inflamed, having if you're having like if you're exhausted all the time, if you are procrastinating, if you're feeling doubt, that is your body, your nervous system showing, hey, wait a minute, something is not right, something is not aligned. So I hope this inspires you a little bit to start looking into this and start healing and starting to figure this out. I know that there's all these high performers out there, and I might be humbled one day and I might be taught a different way. But at this point, I really have a hard time believing that 80% of the people are lazy. No, I don't think so. I think 80% of the people are hurting, and 80% of people are not taking action because they are hurting. And I want to be the one that shows you that there's a way. Okay, there's a way to get out of your hurt. There's a way out of that pain. And there's awareness on the other side. And once you have awareness, like where your pain is, what of this big piece is draining you, you can plug the drain. See, you can then decide to plug the drain. And I have a hard time thinking that people that are aware don't want to plug the drain and say, yes, please give me more. Those would be masochists, right? I don't think 80% of people are masochists. I just think 80% of people are not awoken. I think 80% of people are not aware that there's another way. There's a way that you can stop that pain, and that you can start plugging that drain that drains your life energy, and you can start refueling it with whatever fuels you. And that is what I want to inspire you today. I want to inspire you to tune in, share this out with somebody, tag somebody that needs to hear it, and start saying, hey, wait a minute, there is another way. We need to find where's the drain? Where is it? What's draining us mainly on our life side? Plugging that drain, how can we do that? Like, become curious, how can we do that? And then how can we fuel more energy in so we can actually redistribute all these responsibilities, all this mental load that we've got going on, and put it to a place that we are able to feel good. As a life example right now, this is the first weekend. My kids are now getting to an age that they are older, right? And I'm trying to teach them to be responsible humans, and that they need to take their life and or their space. So on the weekend, obviously, I work a lot on my coaching business. I do and prepare content, and record a lot of stuff. And like, there's a lot of work that goes into my business, especially on weekends. So now what I told them, I'm like, okay, you guys are going to start cooking on weekends, so I don't have to cook, right? They're going to learn how to do stuff while I work. Every one of us is putting different opportunities in. Of course, if you still have little kids, they can't do that. However, you can have them pick up their laundry on the floor so you can have some time. It's the way how you lead it on. And I want you to learn that you get to be the leader of your pack. You get to be the person that says, I'd like to make this side hustle of mine also a priority, because that is what is going to take care of whatever X, Y, and Z problem that you might have, right? The reason why you started this program. And then here's all this other stuff that I've got going on. How can I maneuver these pieces so that they will all fit? Who can I recruit in to help out? How can I make it all fit? That is where it is. That is starting your leadership. This is where you become leader of self, so you can then become a leader of others. But many of us are not aware that you have to plug drains first. Okay, you can't just keep piling on top of it. Eventually you just burn out. That's not going to work. So you got to stop the drain, and then you're going to recruit people in to help. Okay, no one does things alone. We don't do things alone. You're going to burn yourself out if you have to do everything alone. So you got to find people to come in, and maybe your people are your kids. Maybe your people are your friends. Maybe your people are your family, whoever it is that you've got going on. Maybe your people are strangers. Sometimes you might have to invite a cleaning lady or somebody that DoorDash that brings you, or Instacart that brings you, that's a lot what I needed to do. I didn't have time to go shopping all the time. Yeah, I know Instacart is a little bit more expensive, but I had no other choice. I couldn't work and raise kids and go grocery shopping. Like, I couldn't. Like, I had to do that. So, you know what? I invited other people into my life to help. And Instacart was one of them, for example. Okay. So it's moving these puzzle pieces. Don't just ignore your system. Right? If you are having a hard time sleeping, if you are having a hard time getting it all together, making it all happen, if you're having a hard time with that, it's because you need to move around those puzzle pieces. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this. I would love to know, have a conversation with you. And, I'll see you all tomorrow.